Inc. Back again with Raid Shadow Legends. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Hope the weather's nice. Uh, we've got an interesting afternoon set out. The kid wants to throw water balloons at me, so that's going to be my cardio for later on. But video-wise, I rebuilt someone that I was because I had a little bit of success with the Rorik, getting him to kind of hit quite respectively. I figured why not try do the same with Ruel. When building him, I forgot he increases crit rate, so I could have actually built him less than 100%. But he's crit capped, and this is how he looks. One, divine crit rate set. It was speed to begin with, but because it's just dungeons, I want to kind of mess around with. I don't have the required gear for arena, I don't think. Let's take a look at him anyway. So, what's it here? Full stats. Let's jump into it. Low HP, 25,000 HP, 5.8k attack, 142 speed, which is 5 for dungeons. His crit cap 248 crit damage. It was slightly higher, but you'll see why it's a little bit lower soon. Any other stats are irrelevant. He's not booked out, which is quite sad. Don't get me wrong. I would have liked to have him booked out, but books are a difficult thing to come by. And also, I changed his masters. We went from offense support G to offense defense G. And I just wanted this so he doesn't get crit on as often and the counter attack, because I want to have fun with him and play around with him and put him in some pretty cool comps that can get him to do potentially the maximum amount of damage he can. We had Flawless Execution, we've now got Helm Smasher. So crit rate, crit damage. I took Shield Breaker just because, why not? I had to come here for this because single out leads to that, and everybody is going to have more HP than him. I want to have more damage for the first hit on everyone. I will be stunning people with Nethril, so that's more damage. I'm going to be taking in Poison Boy, with a lot of Boston 3 poisons, Mossbeard, and I came out to Helm Smasher. I know the Flawless Execution gives you a more consistent type of damage, but that's just for fun. Potentially it's a build he's going to keep, and I'll try and make some fun teams with him. And we were messing around, so we can do 19, we can do 21. But the plan is, should we take in? We don't have an increased attack randomly, which is kind of shit. So we have the boss increased crit damage. We've got Nethril to stun. Let's see. We could always change this team up if need be. Trying to think who could give me the increased attack. So let's start off by buffing ourselves up. Give him more crit damage. And because it gives us more crit rate, I could have built him even lower on crit rate. But it is what it is. We're going to go decrease defense and weaken. And I'm going to block buffs because we get poisons placed on ourselves. We're then going to go stun people to get some more damage. I'm going to place Hex because we're coming back around with Ruel to slap people. Hit one person, see if we get any more stuns, why not? So we have stuns, we have Hex, we have Beacon. We have somebody that's dead. It is what it is. Now let's just go this one here. We're missing decreased defense, which is going to affect what we do here, but let's find out anyway. Let's see how much damage he's going to do. 40s to 50s and then 50s to 60s. I mean, it's not fantastic. Let's start again. Let's jump in. Let's replay. Lydia needs to land to decrease defense, but okay, yeah, okay. I think I know what we're doing here, so let me just, we have, if we don't stun the center champion, she'll do a cleanse. So what we're going to do is, we're going to just go to a different affinity. So I think we're going to do 21. We'll go 20 to 22 neutral affinity. 23 is neutral affinity, is it? So, hey, why the hell not? Let's go here. Let's go neutral affinity. Why not? And have some fun. I've seen videos where people are doing insane damage, but granted they have way better gear. But surely I can get some decent numbers from them. So we got hardly anything. So Lydia, you're not going to be getting removed from the team because you suck. Let's see, it stunned some people. Try to get some extra damage. 1, 2, 3. We're not doing that great on landing the debuffs. We do need to put up hex. 1, 2, 3, 4. So everybody is under hex. Can we get everybody? Can we stun anybody else? No. What's this? The first has dodge plus some poisons to be. So now we'll just circle back round and see. So we don't need to do any of that. We need Ruel to take his turn. So we're gonna be placing an extra hit on everybody because they're under hex. We're also ignoring 25% of their defense. Because they're all under hex, and we have the Helm Smasher of that procs is 50% ignored defense. So let's do the A2. It is 80 plus 1000, 70 plus 1000. It's not that bad, not too shabby. That is not too shabby. Just trying to think where we can get an increased attack would be pretty cool. We can take an Arb, but she's not going to give us team-wide weaken or decrease defense. That just gives us mitigation, gives everybody increased attack. See, we're going to second wave and see how the cooldowns are looking. See if we can repeat some damage here. So, his A1 is a decreased defense, big version. And we'll transfer a random debuff other under a hex. But as far as damage goes, we do have the weakening the hex. So let's see how we got on. Nothing special. Right, wave 2. So, buff up. Okay, we'll just do this. We need to come back for the decreased defense, which may be fine because we're going to have to come back for the poisons. So let's decrease about a turn meter. Let's just come back and let's start again. Probably we may have to do spirit of force affinity. See how he gets on there. So Lydia, we're going A2. Lydia is not landing anything. It's remarkable that she lands some stuff one time. And no, I don't need to equip any artifacts. Come on. Right, you're sacked. You suck. Let's make sure. If we're not getting the weaken, we're sure as hell getting the decreased defense. The stun is probably not going to come from him, but get the poisons. So let's see. We're going to get guaranteed decreased defense. Let's have some fun with him here. He's far too slow for arena. We'll take him into Doom Tower. Maybe see how he does there. So we're going to buff up. We're going to get increased attack. And that's how it should look when you put up decreased defense on everybody. Block buffs. most importantly, we're going to get that poisons for 4% damage for each debuff. So 12% damage for Ruel, and another however much percent damage from there, from the stun. We're going to get more damage through increasing, ignoring defense for that. So we're going to cycle back around. It makes no difference. It makes no difference. Everybody's under the debuffs that we need. So let's just hit Arbalester. Let's just hit Arbalester again. Now rule. Damage based on attack. Let's see what we're looking at. It was 70s, 80s before. 113,000, 110,000. So 100k plus on the first hit, 100k hit plus on the second hit, which is pretty crazy. I think it's actually extremely cool. So let's just see if we can speed up and see if we can see how his AO1 can do. If we can, so decrease defense there. Can we circle back? We're going to buff up. We're going to land decrease defense 64k. We need to. What if we take in a reviver? Pretty impressive. 100,000 plus on hit 1 and 100,000 plus on hit 2. Stage 21 he would be strong affinity. Nether would be strong affinity. Garptuck doesn't matter because, and obviously for him it doesn't matter. If we don't include, I mean team wide weakened Seer is quite good for it. So let's see how he does on this affinity here. So I knew that he could hit well. Yes, he needs a certain composition to work. But I mean, it can be done. If I can do it with my gear, then everybody can most likely do it with their gear. I understand certain champions are required for certain compositions. Ghastly Horrors. Let's get some damage for the 2 stuns. Hardcore. Increase accuracy and... Can we get any more stuns? We're going to hit weak, but it is what it is. Nobody cares. We need to do that. We're just decimating this wave and we're not even back to Rule of the Huntmaster yet. So we're not going to get a lot of damage because... Well, we're not ignoring defense because we've killed 2 people already. Let's see how we get on regardless. How much damage are we doing? 91,000. It's still pretty decent, but we need to come in. We need to restart. We need to restart that team. We're going to buff up. We're going to get decreased defense. We're going to get the poisons for extra damage. We're going to stun them, hopefully. Alright, there. Now we just need to do 1 hit there, which is weak. Perfect. We need to do 1 hit there, which bloody hell killed her. So we still have 4 people under Hex, so we will be getting a double hitter. We've got the decreased defense, we've got the increased crit damage, increased attack. So 3, 2, 1. 87, 85, 130, fucking hell, 90,000. So yeah, I mean he hits pretty decent. So we could take in Gorgorab. If we were to do a run in its entirety for Dragon, and we were, let's just say we wanted to, I mean Dragon 20 is not perfect for him due to the fact he's weak affinity. So if we would have to remove somebody from here and we could then place in. So if we lost a little bit of damage from that, but we took in, if we took in Gorgorab, how would we do if we did auto? And remember, if Gorgorob's alive, everybody's alive. And we should be able to cycle back because he will do that first. Then we will be able to 70,000, 50,000. Very interested to see because we're going to get to the boss with the Gorgorob. We have to stop the dragon just to see, because obviously we're going to get more damage for higher enemy HP. If we get the poisons on us, we should be getting something. But Gorgorob ain't going to let us die. Soul Link is really irritating. Come on, somebody. Ghostborn, AoE. 58,000, 54,000. I'll take it. Whoop his butt. Come on. Finish him off. Perfect. So let's just A1. Ignore defense, 30k. If we can cycle the cooldowns, I would like to see what we do on the dragon. Just imagine if you had a built bird chick. I can't remember her name now. For the life of me, I cannot remember her name. But she's the other free champion that has Hex. So let's go decrease defense on the dragon. Let's go. We can't decrease turn meter, but we can put up poisons. We need to put up poisons on ourselves. We also need to put Hex on the boss. We're not going to do a double hit because there's only one boss, but we still want to give him a slap extra turn. Hell yeah, Gorgorob. Relentless set for him is perfect. Let's just do that. So we've got decreased defense, we've got Hex. We have increased crit rate, increased attack, increased crit damage. And the damage we're going to do 70k, 50k. So let's go auto. Because this run for sure is going to be a victorious run. There's no way we're losing. My Gorgorob is very difficult to kill. And it's a very badly timed message to pop up, don't you think? But Gorgorob is fantastic. If you really want to make Gorgorob here just a super badass, turn off his A1 and his A2, his A3, and he will fill the debuff bar like you've never seen before. Come on, increase crit damage, increase speed, 40,000. And he hits okay with the bosses. The waves, you can do really well. I'm sure, obviously, if you can get the Savage gear on him, or if you can have triple crit damage set, or like Cruel, he could hit even harder, but I'm very happy with how he hits. So Gorgorob, take your turn soon, buddy. But the dragon's going to die anyway. It doesn't make a difference. We're going to slap some poisons on his ass and it'll be game over. 60. His rule does hit pretty solid. So to end off, let's not look at the damage there because we've seen the damage on the waves. The damage on the dragon is probably all going to be from Nethral's poisons. But let's go normal. So what we don't need a cleanser. So let's take in. We need the man himself. So I think we're going to need to strip off that. We're going to have to take you. So Gorgorob gives us increased attack. She's going to give us decreased defense. He'll give us Hex, stun. So we need Gorg. So do we take in... We still need to... So increase crit damage. So let's take in Helmut and see how we do. See how we got on with the first wave. Let's look at the damage check for here. So at 1 time speed, we're going to start off buffing up. We're going to throw on an increased attack buff, which if Seer was here, she would decimate everybody. So it is what it is. Xavier decided not to have her defense broken because she's a pain in the butt. So they're under Hex, which is fine. I'm going to weak hit. Oh, you never weak hit. Interesting. And let's see, we just have, so we'll just do an A1. I'm going to keep them all alive because we have everybody under Hex. We have more damage from the stun, decreased defense, increased crit damage, increased crit rate, increased attack. And we're looking at 60s and 68, 50. Not the worst. But overall, they can definitely slap. You know, pretty decent champion, a pretty fun champion. Somebody I maybe should use more. But realistically, the gear I'm looking for is Savage, and it's just so difficult for some reason. My account is cursed with Savage. I can get like 100 pieces of Savage. 3 could be worth rolling, and then they can end up being just shit. And it's fucking pointless because I've got no Savage gear. But it is what it is, so we'll just quickly, in case you're interested, he does have broken pieces, but might be able to change him up if we do, because we're going to get increased crit rate from Helmut, and we're also going to get increased crit rate from his aura, so we may do this again. But he has Helmut Smasher, he has 5.8k attack, perfect crit rate, 248 crit damage, yeah, and he hits pretty decent, so that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep on raiding and stay safe. See you soon.